Here comes Hexamas, here comes Hexamas, right down Dino Charge Lane.
What's up, guys? I'm DJ, and this is the Ranger Wrap-Up. Back again is Steven from...
Hyperdrive Pictures, back the third time.
Man, thank you for coming, dude.
My pleasure, I love doing this. This is fun.
Tis the season.
Tis the season.
And I love your hat, man. I had to rock the necklace, you know what I mean? And come to find out, dinosaurs celebrate Christmas too, but we'll get into that later. As far as news, so it feels like 1993 again, man.
It really does. A lot of toys and just Power Rangers news in general coming out right now.
Yeah, I mean, Funko Pop especially is definitely, jumping on the train. So we have these new pint-sized heroes from Funko, and they're adorable. They're the little Mighty Max, little chibi little guys. The same aesthetics as you know them for, like big heads and things like that. They have these pencil toppers. That's pretty cool. So it's very, very Mighty Morphin heavy. Yeah. So they're definitely doing their thing with that. Obviously, they're coming out with the new waves of the Funko Pops in different positions and poses. They're doing the Ninjetti symbols on their chest, so that's pretty cool. So, so that's everything on the Funko Pop end. It's the only thing I'm waiting for is like Mighty Morphin soaps, because our producer JD said he saw like in a dollar store, like there's like Mighty Morphin soap. So if that happens, we're definitely
it's back. It's 93 all over again.
Exactly. So on the Boom Studios end.
Yeah. So Boom Studios has released 6 variant covers for their Justice League Power Rangers crossover, which I'm very excited for.
I'm late. I'm so juiced for it. There was one cover in particular that you.
So each cover has a Ranger with another member of the Justice League, and they all kind of make sense. Like Billy's with Cyborg. Oh, that makes sense.
Kimberly's with Batman. I'm not sure if that makes sense.
They both fly pterodactyl wings.
Sure.
That one's a little vague, but the best one is Green Ranger doing a flying sidekick at Superman, and I don't think that's going to work, Tommy. I don't know what you're trying to accomplish there.
You got to dream big, man. You have to imagine if anybody stands a chance against Superman, it'd be a green kryptonite-colored Ranger.
If there's some kryptonite in that whole green Power Ranger thing going on, maybe.
You might stand a chance.
Maybe he can make it work.
So maybe we'll get that original morph where it's like, green kryptonite powers. Let's see. So we'll see what happens on that end. On the Sentai merchandise end, we have a new artisan buckler release for the Dragon Ranger. So we have the Dragon Buckler. So for all you Bodai fans and all you Tommy-ish fans who still just want everything that's Green Ranger related, you could definitely jump on that. The last one went for about $100, so you could expect it to be around that price range, but not including middleman fees, shipping fees, et cetera, et cetera. Lots of Lionsgate stuff coming out for the new movie for 2017. We have a couple of new Rita Repulsa pictures, and she's just looking so good. Yeah. Man. Oh, so good. They're doing something on Twitter called...
the Rita Repulsa Takeover.
Rita Repulsa Takeover.
She's hijacking the Power Rangers Twitter, and I think it's hilarious.
I think it's great. I mean, every time I see her, I actually do get that much more excited. I mean, she is... I think it's all but confirmed that, come on, she definitely has the Green Ranger cookie in her staff.
I think there's definitely some Green Ranger powers going on with Rita in the movie.
You know what I mean? I like that, though.
Yeah, no, make it a little bit different, lead into the next movie.
It's good setup.
It's a very good setup.
It's good setup.
And also, it makes you think about the backstory.
Yeah.
Because we've known Rita had the Green Ranger powers, but that was revealed right when the Green Ranger showed up conveniently. In this movie, she might have them from the very beginning, and we know it.
Sure. So it makes it a little bit richer. Because even when she revealed the Green Ranger powers originally in the 93 version, it was random. It was just kind of out of nowhere, like, oh, by the way, there's a new kid. Yeah. You can finally use this.
Oh, use that coin you've had for 10,000 years. So, same with the green candle. Sure. That episode comes around, and then it's just, hey, remember that candle you made when you had Tommy?
Yeah, exactly.
So if there's a candle in this movie, we know what it's for.
Oh, God. I hope not. I really hope not. So we have Alpha 5. Alpha 5 has been revealed. Our Bill Hader Alpha 5 has been revealed. And it's been a lot of talk about it, man. It's been a lot of talk about it.
Yeah.
Well, how do you feel, first of all?
I'll feel better once I hear Bill Hader coming out of it, but the design is kind of odd to me because his arms are so long. They're like orangutan arms.
Sure. Well, you know what he reminds me of? He reminds me of Roger from American Dad.
Yes. Yes, he does.
Kind of looks like E.T. in terms of like the proportions and the water body. I mean, obviously, the original Alpha 5 had a lot of space influences from like our pop culture.
Flying saucer head.
Exactly. The Lost in Space, like Danger, Will Robinson, Danger, and all that. This is the way I see it. It's fresh, it's new, And they didn't have to give us Alpha 5. He could have been a character that did not
I could have
exist.
easily seen this movie not having Alpha 5.
You know what
so
I mean?
So many people forget about Alpha 5. Like, casual fans who remember it from back in the day, they think, oh, Zordon the Power Rangers.
Sure.
Oh, well, oh yeah, there was a robot.
But I feel like Zordon, when you think Zordon, you think Alpha 5.
Yeah.
When you do think Zordon, you have to have the Alpha 5. I mean, heck, even when they do the toys, they come in a two-pack.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm a big fan of it. I actually like it a lot. The eyes on the side is a little bit jarring to me.
Yeah.
But I don't hate it. Like, some people straight up like, oh, no, that's not my power. And it's not going to be your 93 Power Rangers.
Yeah.
So I'm loving it. I'm digging it. I'm open-minded. And I think we should go ahead and support the franchise. That's just me personally.
And his head is dome-shaped, which to me is the signature part of Alpha 5's look. So
Mind blown.
Yeah.
Mind blown. So
yeah. It's got the spirit of it in there, yeah.
there you go. And we got the spirit of Christmas. So thank you very much. We have new posters. Well, a new poster revealing the Zord. So this is our first full reveal of at least a Zord. It does have all 5 of them in there.
Yeah, silhouetted.
Sure. But the only one that's really, really clear is the saber-tooth tiger,
Yes.
prominent right in the front.
And it looks good.
I think it looks amazing.
It looks
I
really
think it
good.
looks dope. But I also think they were smart because so far the only leaked images we have as far as seeing full Zords have been the toys.
Yeah, which I've personally been avoiding those images just because I want
have
my
been.
first impressions to be a movie poster or footage from a trailer. So I was all over the saber-tooth tiger poster. That
Sure.
Zord looks great.
So you don't lose the excitement.
Yeah.
So have you seen the toys or have you not?
I mean, they pop up so often in my Twitter feed. I do catch glances of them, but then I look away.
So, but are you aware of like certain?
Yeah, no, I know
aesthetic?
there's more legs than there should be in this
Bam.
Mega
I
Zord.
didn't want to ruin it if you haven't seen it.
I do know that. I do know
mean,
that.
so the Mastodon has
Yeah.
like 8 legs. The Triceratops has like 6 legs.
Yeah,
so, but I think they were smart with the posters though. I mean, that's the thing. Like because they're so silhouetted, you can still see like the T-Rex-ish in the back.
Yeah.
You can kind of see the pterodactyl,
which
flying
looks
overhead.
huge.
Which again,
Huge.
these are Zords. We
Yeah.
have piloted Zords, which they look great, but I think they specifically
Yeah.
kind of left the what the heck factor with the Triceratops and the Mastodon specific for
We'll
reveal
deal
those
with that. We'll make it look cool in some image or something.
when we get closer
you know,
to the date. When we get closer to the
And one thing I love is the as a kid I always wondered where's the cockpit? Is it just like some kind of colored glass that's opaque one way? But in this poster, you can see Trini in the cockpit. There's a dome.
I love that.
Yeah.
I completely love that. Like, I always assumed it was just the head. Like,
Yeah, no, I always thought maybe.
but,
I don't know.
But it looks great. I mean, you can see the scale with the Rangers and the Zord.
Yeah.
In their mechs. So I'm excited. So that's Lionsgate stuff. We have a Ninja Steel trailer.
We do.
Man.
Yeah. Released on the web, I think, yesterday, and then it came after the Christmas special today. So, yeah, 2 chances to see it.
Exactly. And I'll be honest with you, man. The Ninja wasn't the easiest. It wasn't the easiest Sentai to get through. I got to be real with you. It's so weird because you think a Sentai about ninjas would be
From Japan. A show from Japan about ninjas.
would be a slam dunk no matter what.
Yeah.
I mean, they had Kaku Ranger, which of course is our alien rangers, and that was a big success. They had Hurricane
Ninja Storm.
and Ninja Storm complementing it, which was amazing. And then you have Ninja, and you were kind of like, eh.
Yeah, I personally haven't seen the Ninja yet. I
Sure.
just started watching Kyoryuger, so I'm seeing the source footage for Dino Charge.
You're
but
making your way.
I'm making my way. I'm getting through there.
Well, I don't want to disappoint you, or I don't want to I don't want to plant any seeds. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't want to plant any seeds.
I'll still go
but
into it and see what happens.
Bam, make your own opinion. That's what we do as fans.
Yeah.
But I will say this. It was one of those concepts where they wanted to do the reverse ninja, which is like, hey, we don't have to hide. We're out in the open. We're really, really weird. I mean, again, they have like dump trucks and dragons and a humanoid mech and a dog and a snake. And it's really, really random, and it feels random. But on this Ninja Steel trailer, they're making it work.
Looks pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the mystical properties is having Ninja Steel metal, like swords, or having technology
there's some
based
lore
on
in there. Yeah.
So I dig it. I think the cast looks great. We have Yoshi's brother in there, so
Peter,
shout out to
wearing
Peter.
like a really nice suit too.
I like it.
I looked closely at that. Yeah.
And you really get a sense of, or you're starting to get a sense of their personalities as well. So, bam! Shout out to Ninja Steel. I can't wait to see more. What I'm really juiced about is Uchu Sentai Hyurenja, which is the next year's Sentai for Sentai. I don't know why I said it that way. Yeah. But anyways, it's a space themed Sentai.
Yeah.
It's a space themed Sentai.
And I think this is their first actual space themed Sentai, because we had Power Rangers in space, but that was based off of a video game or a computer Sentai.
Mega
right?
Ranger,
yeah.
which we adapted into.
We
our
made
in
it.
space.
We made it space.
Exactly, which I think we did. I
Yeah.
think we did great.
Yeah.
I mean, you didn't even question it. So I love the designs, man.
Yeah.
I gotta be honest with you, dude. Like, I'm really excited about the next season of Sentai. Space theme for sure.
Yeah.
They have the constellation designs.
Yep.
Man, it feels like Sentai again, man. Like, I know it's kind of weird because I mean, I actually like Tokyuger. Ninja again, I think was kind of hard. What am I missing? Zyuohger is fine. Zyuohger is fine. I never got on the block gimmicks. I never got into the whole Minecraft. Let's just stack bricks on bricks on bricks.
Minecraft Rangers.
That's exactly it. I mean, let's be honest.
Yeah.
We'll probably get that here just
Do you think?
because.
Oh man.
Well, Power Rangers is toys.
No, I know.
Power Rangers is toys, so it makes sense. But
See, I'm hoping we get the space themed one instead.
dude.
I mean, Star Wars is back. Star Trek is back. Space is huge right now. We're going to Mars. Let's get some space themed Rangers in there again.
Let's just round the whole thing about. Like it's here. Might as well make it work. Yeah. But I love the designs. Like the helmets look good. Their mech looks good. We already have like 12 Rangers.
Yeah, there's so many Rangers, and I'm actually personally excited about the Orange Ranger, just because that's never been officially a thing.
You know what I love? I love the Black Ranger. That his suit is different. Like he feels like a bull. Like he looks strong like bull.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like and actually, if you look at the lineup of the new Q Rangers, you can see their personality show and their poses as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So if Zyuohger was all about Minecraft and blocks, they went the complete opposite direction and they say, hey, let's make it about circles and spheres. So it's really dope though.
Yeah.
I mean, and the cool thing about the Megazord is if you look at the design, their spheres open up and you can see the cockpits. So it almost looks like the Lionsgate Megazord. Well,
Might be influencing
sure.
a little bit back.
Might be a little bit. I mean, but the cool thing is, well, assuming that the interactive Megazord is accurate to the way the movie is, because you could put the little figurines in the individual arms and legs, et cetera, et cetera. If it is connected, I think I've always loved that whole Voltron type of approach. You know what I mean? So it's like they're really piloting. It's very specific as opposed to there's nothing wrong with Dino Charge and the whole standing up kind of momentum type of thing, which is great. But kind of seeing them like all rolled up.
Yeah.
This is like fresh to me.
Yeah.
This is fresh to me. So first impressions, positive for me. I can't wait to see more.
Yeah. I'm super excited. I really hope again we get this in America.
Yes.
Wasn't I don't know. I forget who looked into this, but wasn't there a theory that there's going to be more than just 2 girls in this Sentai?
I think there's more than 2 girls right now.
Okay.
There's already 2 girls right now. One's a Green Ranger, and I want to say the other one's a Pink Ranger, or JD. Okay, well, we'll go back and look it up. But no, there are already 2. But this is our first Green Ranger, if you don't count Ninja. Technically, there was a Green Ranger and a Ninja, but they're starting off strong, man. They basically have all the primary colors throughout Rangers. So if they are going to introduce other Rangers, I can't even imagine where they're going to go with it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I'm interested in, yeah.
Sure. Okay.
So many possibilities.
So that's going to do it for news. Today's episode of Dino Supercharge. Here comes Hexamas and...
Into the snow, in on horse and sleigh, over the fields we go, laughing all the way.
Star ready. Got it.
Here comes Hexamas. We have a Power Ranger special, but it did its thing. And one thing that you brought up to me is, and I think we all noticed, it actually continues the story
It takes place after the finale, yeah.
Yeah, and I think a lot of us actually assumed it was just going to be kind of like a mismatch, or
floating episode,
a mistimed,
yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But they really Christmased it up. They sure did Christmas it up. I gotta love the fact that Joe always manages to miss the specials for the Ranger wrap-up. So shout out to my brother Joe. We have dinosaurs that celebrate, apparently.
Yeah.
So that was the first thing you saw. Like, oh, it really does take place after the fact because those are dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs with a Christmas hat and a Rudolph nose and antlers.
Reindeer antlers.
I think the Brontosaurus even smiles, like legit smiles.
I'm sure he did. He probably did. I probably missed it, man. But this is a clip episode, and they found a way to make it work. I mean, I love the fact that the Rangers are on first name basis with Santa Claus now.
Of course.
So that's pretty awesome. So let's get to the reason why they even do the clips. So they all receive gifts in the headquarters, the base. Right. And this is the day before Christmas. So instead of being like good little boys and girls, they open it up early. And
although it does say open now. To be fair.
Sure. All right.
It does say the gifts say, "Hey Riley, open now."
Sure. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. You know what? Good catch. Good catch. But it turns them into evil elves. I have a question.
Yes.
Hexamas got these coals from Santa.
Right.
Is that what they do?
They don't really say. It's really because Santa.
But hear me out on this one. I mean, they got this from Santa Claus. Yes, we all know that if you're a bad boy or girl, you're gonna get a piece of coal from Santa Claus.
Yeah.
But these coals are from Santa Claus. Are these the coals that he gives out and he turns little? Is that how he gets his workers?
Oh, that's terrible.
That's what I'm saying. Like, is that how he gets his elves?
I was like, yeah, no, if the monster's out of the question and this still works that way, no, that Santa just abducts kids.
It makes you
into
wonder.
his workforce.
It makes you wonder. That's what I'm saying. Like,
okay, now I see the problem here.
That's how we solve the world crisis of bad little boys and girls. We're just going to turn them into elves and then we're going to recruit them.
Yeah.
So Power Rangers, mind blown.
Yeah.
Thank you for explaining that to us. Great.
Yeah,
good to know.
That's the way it works.
So the way they fix the situation is they take an influence elf. So basically, all the Rangers get affected, obviously. Right. So, but they have to remind them how good they are. They have to remind them that they're not bad people, and they snaps them out of it. Sure, why not? Yeah. Okay, so that's the way we get our clip episode. Right. They remind them of like, hey, you were known for this.
Remember when you found your dad and
you were so determined, you were so great. So basically, this is like an ego episode where you're just like, man, you were like the best person ever. But it was cute. I mean, it's fine. It's Power Rangers.
We got Coda and Ivan back to help snap everybody out of it, which was really fun.
They are abusing the heck out of that time wormhole Stargate.
Yeah. I'm for it though because they messed up the timeline so bad in the finale. Even though I know they won't show this in my mind,
that finale.
They're gonna eventually go back in time and maybe kill the dinosaurs and it'll all fix itself. You know? Yeah, I said it. It's a weird timeline. It's just so weird to me that it has to be an alternate universe for this to work, right?
No, I think a lot of us accepted it. I mean, not to get back to the whole finale thing, but the finale was just so much.
But also,
the finale was
it opens up the door for okay, Coda and Ivan aren't going to be away from their friends forever. They can just hop back and forth and hang out. You know, that's fun.
I do like the fact that the Stargate time hole thing at least serves as universal Skype. Okay, we could say hi, if we needed to. So great, fine, sure. But another question I had though, because speaking of the finale, we had the backstory as far as Hexamas escaping the impending doom from the finale.
Yes.
I have a question about that. Mm-hmm. So the reason why he survived was because when Sledge's ship went into the sun, he pushes Wrench, very cutthroat by the way, super cutthroat. Wrench was about to go into a space pod, an escape pod. Mm-hmm. Pushed this dude out of the way, said deuces, and said, "See you later, suckers!" And they all still died a very horrific death.
Yeah.
Didn't that happen in the past?
Yes. We're led to believe that happened during the finale, but it's super cutthroat. It's like...
Yeah, but okay, but my question is, if that happened in the past, where has Hexamas been? This entire time.
Yeah, no.
Billions and billions of years ago is where the Rangers corrected or changed the timeline. Where has he been?
I think he's just been hanging out for 65 million years.
Well, there you go. Well, we're just going to assume that Hexamas just planned it for this specific Christmas. Because
and I don't know where he got the Vivix. I get that he escaped. I always assumed... I don't really know where Vivix come from, actually. We know putties come from putty.
Yeah, putties come from Fitster.
But, can anybody just make Vivix? Can just a random monsters just say, I'm going to make some Vivix?
If I really wanted to make it work, I would say that monsters can kind of, pocket grow... monsters, kind of okay, I'm a monster, so therefore I can command Vivix. You know,
okay.
Kind of like Dragon Ball Z, where Vegeta comes down, puts Cyberman, and just hey, instant henchman. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that whatever. I mean, that's not the biggest question I had. Now I did have a question about this. So Keeper still has the Energems.
Yep.
And because we need the Rangers back for this one episode, he gives the Energems back. So as they're reminding Rangers who they are and breaking the spell, it comes down to Shelby. Mm-hmm. Shelby's the only one left. Shelby didn't get her Energem back. But when Tyler was fighting Shelby, she whips out a Dino Saber.
Yeah.
Thoughts?
So I have a theory.
Oh, please.
And it might explain...
Because do this.
Yeah. Because a question everybody had last episode was, wait, how do they have dino powers if the Energems never bonded with dinosaurs? and then it morphed into Dino.
Sure.
So my theory is all the Chargers they had from the old timeline that they brought with them have those designs, have those powers, still have some juice in them. Maybe Shelby had a Dino Charger that could access that saber. That is.
No, I mean
it's a stretch.
It's not, I mean it works.
Yeah,
it works. I mean, to me, it's like you take the time to re-establish the fact that they don't have their inner gems, and we have to give it to them for like this one special occasion. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. This kind of took me out of it real quick because I'm just like, wait, where did that come from? You shouldn't have your powers.
Yeah.
But at the same time, again, with the finale, there's a lot of things that probably shouldn't count or shouldn't work because of time and blah 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 blah. But
it's a weird. Yeah. Or maybe what's his? No, it wouldn't look like a Power Ranger saber though. If it looked like a monster saber,
sure.
Then you'd be like, oh,
yeah,
or
fine.
a Christmas. If it was like a candy cane.
Missed opportunity, Saban. Get your act together. Seriously, future writer right here.
Yeah.
But it was fine. I mean, so we get to the last spell because they go by Ranger, reminding them how great they are. I do love the fact that when the Rangers morph and go to the scene, Zenowing and Prince Phillips just kind of show up out of nowhere.
Right, they're just there.
Had no lines, by the way. No lines. But Prince Philip, he did show up at the end, so he's Zenowing for like 2 seconds. So
Did Tyler's dad, was he there
I don't think
in
so.
person?
I didn't.
So. Okay.
I think we just conveniently just did not mention him, but he was morphed.
He was, we
He was
did have
morphed,
Aqua
right?
Ranger. I'm pretty sure we had Aqua Ranger.
I'm pretty sure we had all 10.
Yeah, I think we did.
Showed you how much I was kind of like paying attention to this episode. But I did like the moment that Tyler had to break Shelby's curse. I did like that moment because it did reestablish the Shiler. It did establish like their connection and their just that their care for each other. Matter of fact, I thought they was gonna go all the way home run with it. I was just like, man, Shelby, you're great. Shelby, remember this? Shelby. I'm thinking like he's gonna do it. He's gonna say it. We're gonna get our first. Was it our first?
I think it would have been the first. You're saying you thought you would have said like, Shelby, I love you. I think that would have been the first time.
Wes said it to. I think Jen said it to Wes.
You're right.
Jen said it to Wes. But
and then they just hug.
Yeah.
Then they just hug.
Yeah, that was kind of painful.
And then they leave.
But anyways, I'm thinking that Tyler's just gonna put the Casanova on. Like, Shelby, I love you. You know what we got? Shelby, I really, really like you. And I'm just sitting here like, okay, well, it's a Christmas special, so I'm okay with what we got.
I will give them points for like actually continuing the fact that they're a couple, because I think we've had a couple seasons where they hint at, like I remember Kira and Trent and Dino Thunder, they were hinting like, oh, these two might be attracted, and they might have done something midway through, and then they just forgot.
Well, same thing with like the whole for Neo Saban specifically, like for Emily and Mike, for instance, on Samurai, like I felt like that relationship kind of came out of nowhere. Same thing with Megaforce with Gia and Jake. I get it. We did get the good old kiss on the cheek at the end. There was like no reason for Gia.
I heard they improv that.
Oh, nice.
The actors said to themselves like, it's up to us to make sure this
works.
This goes anywhere.
Sure.
So they would just like sneak glances into takes, and then they just did that.
Well, that's awesome. I mean, I'm kind of glad they did because I felt like that whole relationship was kind of forced. I mean, Jake was Jake, but Gia was I don't feel like she had any reason to go for Jake.
Yeah, no.
Especially
I was rooting for it, but realistically, I didn't quite see it. But I was glad to see that they did something with it.
I guess the point is, at least with Shiler, it made the buildup was there.
No, there was good build-up.
It did pay up. We got reminded that Coda is kind of a block. And I did love that Shelby when she snapped out of the trance. It was like, oh my God, I did like that care. That was cute.
They flash back to that clip when they're about to kiss, and then Coda's like, "What you doing?"
Yeah, blocked.
So I thought like
straight up blocked.
Oh, they're gonna fix that this time, and they aren't. What if they actually kiss?
Yeah,
that hasn't happened in like 22 years.
Still fail.
It didn't happen.
Okay, so that's pretty much our Christmas special. Here comes Hexamas. If you had to rate this episode 1 through 5, Steven, what would you rate this episode?
Oh man, as an episode on its own, I'd say 2 out of 5. But as far as the Christmas episodes go, because a lot of those they don't even morph. Yeah. Like the Zeo one, they just yell.
Oh wow, you brought it back.
Yeah. Or throw snowballs. In the season 3 Mighty Morphin, they don't morph because powers don't work in the North Pole. I'll give this a 4 in the context of Christmas episodes.
In terms of
just the Christmas episodes, but. Overall 2.
That's not a bad. I mean, I like that. I like the fact that you separated it. I mean, as an episode, it's a straight 2. Yeah, I agree with you. But it was very Christmas. It was a very Christmas episode. I did learn that Santa is kind of a jerk. So that's good to know. Dinosaurs still exist. Got our studio
and
audience.
are very tame.
Yeah, they're
this
very
is a
good
world
show.
where dinosaurs have been tamed.
This is a very domesticated like breed at this point.
Yeah,
Like
in my mind,
dinosaurs
yeah.
are normal size. Well, not normal size.
Like you're
but-
able to get into a cage and put a hat on a
hat.
T-Rex. Like Jurassic World would not happen in this in this universe. Like the gates would go up and they would just kind of sit there.
Sure. Yeah, but that's the special we really need. We need the Dino Charge world where we just see the whole world like with pets and the Land Before Time pets and having little miniature Littlefoots and stuff like that.
Oh, Littlefoot.
But no, I mean, as an episode, it was fine. But it was fun to see him again. I do love the fact that they moved the story forward.
Yeah.
So we do have a way that if they ever wanted to do a team up and if they wanted to reunite,
It kind of felt a little bit like a team up because it was after the season ended.
Yeah.
They're getting their powers back. That happens just about every or some team ups that Ninja Storm.
Sure.
You gotta morph again. You gotta accept your powers again.
but we also established the fact that if they need to be called back into action, they have a way.
Yeah, the Zords are still around. The entire, which is rare after finale. The entire Zord fleet is around and functional.
Which I'm not sure they should have been around because technically there was no reason to build them.
Yeah, I get that the Plesio
So many
Zord
plot
should be
holes!
around because that went through time, but I don't think the others did.
Good point.
But I guess it doesn't make sense. But I like the Zords, so I'm happy they're all there.
It's making us think. That's the
Yeah.
problem. Like it's making us
Like,
like,
don't
wait,
think
wait,
too
wait.
much.
Shouldn't this
It's for kids.
But God, that's the one thing about Dino Charge though. Like the ending kind of just made it's like a huge question mark over all of our heads. Like, wait,
Yeah.
So anyway, that does it for today's episode. Let's get into our questions and comments. We're actually going to combine 2 weeks of questions and comments. So let's get into it. Okay, so getting to your questions and comments from first, the end of Extinction. So the second part of our Yoshi video. We have comment from Chaz Hart Wayne. I hope I'm saying that right. He says, I've been waiting. Yes, more Yoshiness. Thank you for your comment. We have Cool K04. His comment is, yes. I feel like I'm going to sound like something after
Let's
a
have
while.
a count for that.
So we have a comment from Edward Sanchez, hashtag Edward Sanchez approve. He says, I am so hyped for the next Ranger wrap up. Thank you, Edward. Lance Mealer says, you guys just need to do a full geek out video with Yoshi sometime. And we agree with you. We'll see if we can make that happen. We have Apollo Thunderflame, still one of my favorite username ever because it's Apollo Thunderflame. I wish the Rangers had more reaction to the Earth being destroyed. Like, your families and non-Ranger friends are dead, guys.
That's brutal.
I totally said the same thing, too. Like, the Rangers messed up the last time. Like, in the finale, they caused the Earth to actually, get destroyed.
Yeah.
They messed up. Like,
Yeah.
they totally wrecked it. So I agree with you, Apollo. We have One Man Sentai. His comment is, I really enjoy what you all have put together for the show. Thank you very much. Some of the things in the episode have given me thoughts that bounce off of what you mentioned. RPM did have an original theme song for, in fact. Yeah, that's right. They usually, well, at least with Disney era, they usually shop around like little samples and they tease and do a sizzle and then they pick which one they think was going to fit best. They should be floating around on YouTube. Yes, they are. In terms of Super Megaforce overall, I'm glad I'm not the only one who enjoyed something from it besides the Go Kaiju footage. For my final thoughts on Dino Charge, I'm very happy with the outcome, and I'd like to do another morphing video to show my respects. I think Dino Supercharged did have just too many filler episodes, but they were all enjoyable. When you look back, Dino Charge can be seen as a comedic series of Power Rangers overall. Note the final time Magna Beam was used. Yeah, that was pretty funny.
I love that.
That was great. PR is usually a hit or miss with their comedy, but Dino Charge overall succeeded in it. It really is a shame. I'm trying to get through. Sorry, some of the comments are unfiltered. It's really a shame that seeing the cast leave after 2 years. The same feeling I got from Samurai and Megaforce seeing Super Sentai series adapted into PR is heartwarming, especially for me when it's well done. I will miss the season, I will miss the cast, but come 2017, it will be time for a next group of Power Rangers to show us what they've got. Great job in this episode. I can't wait for the next. Hashtag Power Rangers forever. Also, for future reference, if you need someone in a PR-related video, you'd be happy to contribute to that. So thank you very much, man.
All right. Nolan Fleming said, I think RPM did bad with kids, probably on the promotion side, because he didn't think the promotion was very good. They switched to a regular channel, ABC Kids, instead of Jetix, which was then Disney XD later on. For those who didn't know, Disney was trying to destroy the Power Rangers since they had it. RPM was when they succeeded in the franchise's fall. They've been happy since. Maybe a little exaggerated.
I'm not exactly sure if that's true, but
I think they were mainly after just the rerun rights.
yeah.
They didn't care too much about it.
I don't think they were trying to destroy it. I mean, there was a point where they didn't want it anymore, but not destroy it. But
although now they have a mech show, which is weird. They have a giant monster mech show now, which is odd, on Disney XD. On another note, I'm hoping Disney buying Netflix isn't true because that means they could take off Power Rangers.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I don't know if that would work that way,
but
I
feel like there's money to be had still, so we'll see.
Andrew Suarez is hoping team up for Dino Charge and Ninja Steel happens since Yoshi said Peter's doing a ton of Ninja Easter eggs, which were apparently in the trailer, which I didn't catch.
Not to mention they're brothers. I mean, let's get the crossover with the Sodarso brothers. Come on, man.
I'm hoping there's a dance episode of Ninja Steel and Peter's character does the Ninja ending theme dance. Also, I'm thinking Seth Rogen for the voice of Goldar in the new movie. I don't know why.
I don't know why either. Thank you.
Why not?
Sure.
Mike Perez, despite how I feel on the finale, it didn't take the excitement for the season as a whole. I still say it's in my top 5 seasons. Here's my top 10 episodes of both seasons.
Wow.
And really quick down the list, from 1 to 10, When Evil Stirs.
Let's go backwards.
Okay, 10 to 1. The Rangers Rocks, One More Energem, World Famous / Deep Down Under, Recipe for Disaster, A Date with Danger, Silver Secret, Wings of Danger, good episode, Rise of a Ranger, Night After Night, and then number 1 is When Evil Stirs.
Very nice.
I Will One says, saw the Morphicon panel and you masked that anger well, but when you got that envelope open, man, Yoshi, that was legit emotion. That was a crazy story.
Yeah,
Those,
man.
2 weeks that he had to go through just kind of loathing Power Rangers?
And that's, okay, again, that's half a month. I mean, 2 weeks sounds like 2 weeks, but that's half a month. Also, fun fact, I think our producer, JD, found the picture Yoshi was talking about where he was where he was like so upset because he was mad for his brother and he was doing a morphin pose. Our producer, JD, totally found that picture, by the way. I want to see if we can. Let's see if we could find it, but it was great. It was pretty great.
Yeah, that was such a great story. Jasmine Loves You says, wow, the fact that they went above and beyond to surprise Yoshi shows how much love the Power Ranger fam has for one another. Such an awesome story. I'm sure their mom is beyond happy. I love it.
Agreed.
Such a good story.
So going to Daniel Romano. I love both parts of the finale, but I do agree with everyone on the timeline problems, which I think is probably a separate universe. I mean, we already have 2 movie universes now, plus RPM. I don't see a problem with making another one. Also, Joe, my favorite finale is Fate of Lightspeed. That's a great finale. Yeah. Plus RPM. It's Fate of Lightspeed as well. I'm also excited for the retro look back, the Retro Ranger wrap up. Plus, if you guys look more into fan fiction, you will be looking at fan films as well. Possibly, we do like all the Ranger fan films. We definitely check them all out. So we may talk about it. I would love to get your guys' opinion on my work as well, and we would love to see your work, man. It was always a pleasure to have you, Daniel. Ranger fan 18980 says, I am still questioning why the Mastodon has 8 legs and the Triceratops has 6 legs. You're not the only one. In the new Power Rangers movie reboot, moving on to Super Samurai 1, Bulk and Skull did find out who the Rangers were in season 2 in the episode with the kaleidoscope monster that could wipe out people's minds and wipe the Rangers' minds, and they saw the Rangers morphed. Okay, so we did establish the fact that because we couldn't remember if Bulk and Skull ever discovered their secret identities. So we couldn't remember, and somebody said like they did before, but it's like they had to have had it erased. Though.
Yeah, they knew it for like 3 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. But it was normal for the rest of the season, and then find out who they were and in space. Moving on. Okay, so we have Blackwing 2040. I so want to be friends with Yoshi. Me and him would have so much fun. I can't wait for the Retro Ranger wrap-up, and I like how you guys are going to have more guests. Thank you very much, Blackwing. S. Rocket Dude. I need that hoodie. And he's referring to Joe's hoodie. I think he was probably wearing the Ninja Steel hoodie, so I agree. That's a great hoodie. Daniel Diaz says, Yoshi is so cool. Dan Quilty says, Chip Lynn, the best kind of troll. That is such a dickish and heartwarming thing to do. This interview with Yoshi is so great, I cannot stop smiling. Crossing fingers for a future team up. Eye to Eye is such a great song, referring to...
Are you talking about the Goofy movie?
Yes.
Yes, it is.
I did on Rangers live chat. They issued a challenge to do positive not karaoke, but lip syncing.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
I totally did Powerline. I totally did. In fact, our producer JD was in that video. Check it out. Nice. Our producer JD also did a Taylor Swift song, so check that out.
Oh wow!
Amazing wrap up, guys. It will be cool to see the Retro Ranger wrap up.
All right, Derek Hervey says, excellent video, guys. Thanks for having Yoshi on the show. He is a phenomenal guy. Fun fact, me and Yoshi are both older brothers, both into martial arts, and both do stunts. God bless always, guys. That's pretty cool.
That's awesome. Really awesome.
Very nice. Orange Ranger videos. Thank you guys so much for the shout out and kind words. I've only recently found the show, but it's awesome. We need more Power Rangers presence on YouTube.
Really quick, let me just give a quick shout out to Sean. Sean, he's a big Ranger fan. He has his own videos, man. We love your work, dude. Keep up the great work, man.
He left a lot for us to say, so I'm going to kind of skim through this.
Sure, skim away.
End of Extinction, a lot to like, a lot more not to like. Great with the original footage. Nice to see the Rangers actually fail at saving the Earth for once. I haven't really seen that before. And the way they destroyed the Dark Energem was dumb because Keeper was wrong. Darkness isn't the essence of evil, so they destroyed the pure evil with actual light. It was that was a confusing
it was a
scene.
Sure, why not?
Yeah.
Sure.
I really agree with this next paragraph. The episode never really stopped to take a breath, and all the action was over in about 10 minutes. Yeah. Wish the ending wouldn't have sacrificed Dino Charge's place in continuity for the shock ending of there being dinosaurs now. Yoshi said Chip wanted Dino Charge to be its own thing, his baby unique and standing apart, but we like continuity, right?
Yeah, but for the record, now we have dinosaurs with like Christmas hats, so it was worth it.
Yeah, I mean, think about what they do for Halloween.
Sky's the limit on Dino apps.
In the end, he tends to agree with you guys that Dino Charge was really strong, but Supercharge petered out a bit. Was one more Energem a better finale than End of Extinction? So that's the first season finale versus the second season. I like the first season more personally.
Dino Charge?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was strong.
Finale,
it was stronger as a whole.
He is cautiously optimistic about Ninja Steel because, like you said, Ninja was terrible. It was so bad that he actually has concerns about how they can use the slapstick source footage. But he trusts Chip. Dino Charge didn't end up being a home run coda, so he does have concerns.
I get it.
Oh, and Joe won't care about this, but the Zords are terrible too. Only because Joe's not.
I'm totally reading this first part because I just saw my name in it.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for the shout out and the kind words. You read that part. We need more Ranger presence on YouTube. DJ, I admired your work in the fandom for so long and for a while. And Joe, it seems like your stuff is pretty great too.
I skipped over that.
Sorry for the short essay. I wrote you guys last time. I'll try to keep it shorter from now on. Thanks, Sean.
Thanks again for the kind words, and may the power protect you.
That guy.
Yeah, I forgot his shout out too. Sorry about that.
All right, so get into Ryan Bueta's comment. Shout out to Ryan Bueta and Rangers Live Chat. He says, "Sup, guys? I literally could watch you guys and Yoshi talk and fanboy all day," and so could we. Well, we could fanboy all day. Overall, I felt that the finale could have been better. Yes, it was rushed. Not one of the best finales in Power Rangers histories, but I love the whole Dino Charge season as a whole. I'm going to miss the cast, but can't wait for Ninja Steel and the movie. 2017 is our Ranger Nation year. Yeah. Also, hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving. As a reminder, we're reading comments from a few weeks back, so there you go. Mario Ayala, he says, "Hi guys, amazing Ranger wrap-up and great surprise having Yoshi with you. The cast of Dino Charge, Dino Supercharge is one of my favorites. Shout out to Miss Morgan. Hearts, mad hearts. I'm a little disappointed because we don't have the Talon Ranger and no Team Up and Mighty Morphin or Dino Thunder, but it was great. It was a great series, and I'm so hyped for Ninja Steel. By the way, I can't wait for the Retro Ranger wrap up. Amazing job like always. Greetings from Puerto Rico. Thank you very much, Mario. Really, we always appreciate you when you jam in with us." Craig Anderson says, "I agree with Nolan that Disney shouldn't buy Netflix. Disney lost a lot of fans when they bought Power Rangers, and I feel like they only bought it because it was popular and to sell more toys." Well, to be fair, Power Rangers is about toys. Like, it's always going to be about toys, and that's not going to change anytime soon. Look what they did to Naruto Shippuden when they bought it. They censored out a lot of stuff from the show. Disney might not be running Marvel movies, but they sure as hell are ruining the shows. I don't know about that, man. I mean, everyone has their different takes, and they're not doing bad in terms of the response. So there's a method to the madness, man. But moving on to Shuriken Knight. Comment is, "Great video." Thank you, Shuriken. Primetime. Shout out to the name Primetime. "I really enjoyed parts 1 and 2 of this video. All 3 of you guys are amazing and awesome. Thank you very much." Hyperdrive Picks says, "So this hypothetical fan film y'all are talking about, you're going to need an FX guy. And you know what? We need to go ahead and find this Hyperdrive Picks guy. Let's talk to him right now." So,
No, yeah, that was me.
So obviously,
I made the comment list.
So obviously, we're gonna have to have this guy down with us. I mean,
I'm down to do it.
if you guys have, first of all, if you haven't seen Steven's work, it's kind of dope.
Yeah, I do
It's
a lot. Thank you.
kind of dope.
I do a lot of morphing videos, and I've got one in the works that I filmed at Power Morphicon with all the cosplay. Should be out early next
awesome.
year.
Awesome, man.
So that's
Yeah.
show off what I can do in this Ranger world.
My man stays busy. Stays busy. And again, check it out because it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Kind of cool. So now we're reading comments from our pilot Lost episode.
All right, and I guess I'll start on the first page. Eric Crash says, ...
Eric Crash.
Which is an appropriate response because that episode is. I'm going to read into these 3 dots.
It is pretty special.
It's an interesting episode.
It's pretty special.
Primetime says this episode shows the progress from the unaired pilot to the Rangers we know today. Keep it up, guys. Great job. Definitely.
Thank you very much.
One Man Sentai. The fact about Ernie originally supposed to be Zordon is true. I learned that no longer than a year ago, and I love that. Also, it's rumored that he always gives the teens free drinks because he knew they were Rangers. I've heard that theory too, and I
like that theory because Ernie was such a part of the franchise.
Yeah.
Such a part of that franchise.
4 years.
Yeah, man. He was a backbone. He had a lot of heart.
Also, I just thought of something. What if the Dino Charge team going back in time and changing the timeline is what caused everything before Dino Charge to occur? In past, present, and fusion, Shelby was still surprised and confused about being called a Power Ranger, even though Ice Age said it last episode. There's not really any proof, but it is something to think about.
Nice. Okay.
And Suarez says, I'm thinking if they continued on Mighty Morphin with that budget, I think the style of MMPR would have lasted one season the most, at most, and now for my morphing list, from 5 to 1, Dino Bite Cafe, 4, the Garage from RPM, 3, Jungle Karma Pizza, 2, Haley's Cyberspace, and 1, Ernie's Juice Bar / Youth Center. I guess that was the ranking of Ranger Hangouts, right?
Yes, it was.
Scott Summers says, I really like the retro review after watching the Lost episode. It makes me appreciate the pilot we actually got much more. Yes. Yes. I remember when that was on TV too, 98 I think.
Nice.
For my top 5 Ranger Hangouts, 5, Ernie's Froyo from Megaforce. 4, Piggy's Diner, SPD. He had that for a little bit there.
Yeah, I totally forgot about that. Good call.
I wouldn't trust any of the food. 3, the Rock Porium, Mystic Force.
Sure.
2, Jungle Karma Pizza, Jungle Fury, and 1, of course, Ernie's Juice Bar.
Oh, that's me. So a comment from Mikey Perez. He says he remembers the Lost episode, but it was unspeakably bad, but I love it at the same time. My favorite hangout list is number 5, Tower and Time Force. Number 4, Haley's Cafe. Number 3, Dino Cafe. Number 2, Pizza Restaurant in Jungle Fury, so Jungle Karma Pizza. And number 1 is Ernie's Juice Bar. Not a surprise, so thank you very much, Mikey. Mario Ayala, he says, hi guys, I really like the Retro Ranger wrap-up. This unaired version of the pilot of Day of the Dumpster was definitely a key to polish, to create the phenomenon for over 25 years of my favorite series, that is Power Rangers. His top 5 Ranger hangout places are number 5, the Garage, Power Rangers RPM. Okay, cool.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I like that one. Number 4, the Rock Porium, Power Rangers Mystic Force. Number 3, Haley's Cyber Cafe, Power Rangers Dino Thunder. Number 2, the Dino Cafe, Power Rangers Dino Charge, of course. And number 1, Ernie's Juice Bar, MMPR. He says, amazing job as always, my friends, and greetings from Puerto Rico. Thank you so much, Mario. We appreciate you. Comment from Daniel Romano. There's another unaired pilot. The Lost episode version was heavily edited. In the unaired version, they called Dinozords Dino Droids. Also, the fights were more brutal. Oh, interesting. Okay. I'm sure you guys seen Galaxy Rangers trailer, as well as the helmet set on DVD and the box sets that came out as a bonus. Yes. That was interesting, LOL. I'm probably the minority here, but I like Alpha's Mohawk design better, and as cheesy as it is. I love the pilot episode, and it seems the new film is taking a lot from it. Okay, yeah, taking back to the roots. Anthony De Dios, his comment is, question for you guys. Okay, I guess it's supposed to be. In the last episode, you guys were talking about Ranger casts. What were your thoughts on the 2017 movie casting unveiling? I know some people say they look more of a cast you would see in the Hunger Games / Divergent. He personally doesn't have a problem with the new cast and maybe what the studio is going for. Who knows?
Lionsgate did make the Hunger Games.
They did.
Yeah.
But what do you think, man? What do you think about the new cast of the Lionsgate movie?
I mean, well, I actually do like the cast that they've picked. I'm actually really looking forward to seeing them in the movie. I love them in the trailer.
Sure.
But yeah, as far as what you said, them looking like Hunger Games, definitely. Lionsgate's got a YouTube Red movie that they just did with another kind of like teen-looking cast. Like that's what they do.
Yeah. That's what
they do.
That's what they're known
Yeah.
for. That's what they're gonna get.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, I think they look great. Again, this isn't our '93 Power Rangers.
Yeah.
It's a new take on the property.
But their Kimberly reminds me so much of
Amy Jo.
It's so crazy.
Especially after she cuts her hair.
Yeah,
like,
when she cuts her hair, I'm like,
on.
what? I made a side-by-side image of them.
Yeah.
And
Uncanny, right?
it's like 20 years of difference from the 97 Turbo movie, 2017, but I'm like,
God,
like
I'm
the
so
same.
I'm so excited to see it.
yeah.
Okay, so getting into Too Fat Games comment. He says maybe the Power Rangers movie takes place in the universe as this pilot. Hey, you never know.
Makes sense.
Comment from Hirozi Japan Boy. His comment is, the look and feel of the command center in the last episode was kind of creepy and doesn't feel friendly at all, but I'm glad they changed it later on, and I don't disagree.
It's like a giant lava lamp.
It is a huge giant lava lamp for sure.
All right. Abigail Parker says, at first, sorry for less comments on the last episode. Had a tough time. I just watched the unaired episode because, to be honest, I hadn't heard of it before, and I'm pretty sure it never aired in Germany.
We love you. We love you, Abigail. Just saying.
It's interesting to see how it all started, but I'm glad they changed some things, especially Zordon looked weird. Agreed.
Jellyfish.
Yeah. Here are my top 5 Ranger hangouts. 5, Storm Chargers. Was that a Ninja Storm?
That was Ninja Storm.
That's
yes.
right.
Yes.
4, Haley's Cyber Cafe. 3, Dino Bite Cafe. 2, Rockporium. 1, Ernie's Juice Bar. I'm going to be surprised if I see a list that doesn't list that at the top.
But it was so great.
I think it should be at the top.
Yeah.
As always, awesome Retro Ranger wrap-up. Wow, that's a jaw crusher. Please stay as you are and continue your amazing work.
Thank you very much.
Awesome. Edward Sanchez Productions.
Hashtag Edward Sanchez approved.
Nice. I'm really enjoying the Retro Ranger wrap-up, and after watching the unaired pilot, I can see why they did not air it on TV. They kind of did,
Well, yeah.
but that wasn't what they led off with.
But they didn't start on that foot.
Yeah. Cass Caton says, DJ, I'm surprised you don't have the Gold Ranger's helmet. We all know that Ranger suits you best.
I love you, dude. Working on it.
By the way, did a little math and figured at one retro episode a week, 52 weeks a year, with roughly 22 new episodes each year, and leaving 30 weeks of the year, it will take 4.8333 repeating years to get through all of Mighty Morphin, not including Alien Rangers. Wow.
Not including
5 years.
not including our break for like Ninja Steel and getting back into that season.
I guess what I'm saying is it's going to take a bit of time to get to RPM. This is going to be quite the journey. Let's do it like a boss.
I'm depressed. I'm so depressed.
Props on you for doing the math.
Yeah, right? Taking the time. Shout out to Cass.
Oh, man.
I love you, Cass.
Dan Quilty says, great wrap-up. It's cool to hear about the pilot. So many differences. Pilots are a weird and nice thing to look at once a series has found its footing, to look back at the beginnings and see what stuck and what not.
Agreed.
Ernie as human form for Zordon is a neat idea. I really wish there was a Boom Studios comics distributor where I live. I've learned about them thanks to both of you. They seem quite interesting. Also agreed on the idea of using them as a way to fill blanks, to do more stories, and advance or create new developments for the characters.
Yeah, they're great.
On another note, the Lord Zed figure looks great. Cool, thanks. Then I will send you the theory as soon as I check some things to be sure, meaning rewatching parts. And you might be able to order Boom Studios online.
Yeah,
I think you can buy a subscription. They might mail them to you.
I believe you can.
Yeah.
I believe you can.
So if that's one way to keep up with the comics.
A little bit of legwork, but I believe you can order it online. Sure.
Yeah. Craig Anderson, really enjoyed this wrap-up. I have a question for you guys. The question is, what are your guys' favorite and least favorite Power Rangers theme songs?
Start with you.
I think favorite is Zeo. Least favorite is it's either Mystic Force or Operation Overdrive.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to, you know what? I'm going to go with In Space, man. I remember every time that theme came on, I got pretty excited. I got pretty juiced.
The countdown.
Yeah, you know.
Great way to
like,
start.
Go Power Rangers, go Power Rangers. Least favorite, oh man, Operation Overdrive for sure.
Yeah.
Sorry. It's not even just because of the season. It was not a great theme song to me.
Really quick, I remember hearing this on the radio right before that season came on. I wonder if you heard about this too. I heard a radio report where some NBA player was going to be the blue or the black Ranger for that season, but I guess it fell through. But I remember that, like,
really?
I was just driving home from school, and on the news they played the Power Rangers theme song, and I was like, what? Why is this on?
Overdrive?
No, for the movie theme song, the orchestral one.
Got it.
And I was like, what is this doing on the radio? And then it went into a news report, like such and such from such and such team is rumored to be, and I was like, what? And I had stopped watching at the time. I was like, what?
Sure.
So
That's hilarious.
okay, I guess I'm the only one who's heard of that.
No,
if you've heard of that, put
comment
that in
below.
the comments.
Seriously.
I can't be the only one. Like my dad was in the car too. He was like, what is going on? Why is this on the radio?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sad to say, it's just, I'm like, oh.
I gotta look into that.
So, Power Rangers fan, his comment is, I would put Astro Mega's ship from In Space on my list for the Power Ranger hangout spots. Yes, actually, I love the Astro Mega ship, and I'm having a hard time saying that. As well as the Dinosaur Museum Zoo from, God, we have an official Dinosaur Museum Zoo. So I think me saying the word dinosaur is messing me up. So the Dino Museum Zoo from Dino Charge, Dino Supercharge, and the bike shop from Ninja Storm. Also, Zach's line in the original pilot episode was, "Yeah, right, and I'm a Ninja Turtle." Yeah, good call. Plus, the Dino Supercharge holiday episode is canon with the finale, as we saw in the clip. And I'm not gonna lie, Jungle Karma Pizza was awesome, and on par with the Astro Mega Ship and Ernie's Juice Bar in Power Rangers. Derek Hervey. Derek's comment is, excellent video, guys. Thank you very much. It is nostalgic madness to know how long Power Rangers has been airing. I know just as long as I've been moving and grooving on this planet we call Earth. Great sentence. The unaired pilot just shows the creativity and the wacky passion that they had then to create our original created story content and mix match together with the original Sentai footage, which would create the cross-cultural eccentric love train of more phenomenal proportions that is the phenomenon that we fans know and love. Wow, I am having the worst time on this one.
It's a long sentence.
But they're like great, but I'm like challenging myself as like
there's a lot of SAT words in there.
There's a lot of adjectives, is what it is.
Cross-cultural eccentric love train. That's a great adjective.
It's my next pickup line for sure. It just has to be. Instead of top 5 picks, he's gonna pick his top 3 Ranger hangouts, which is number 3, the Clock Tower. Sorry, I'm so off that one. So the Clock Tower in Time Force. Number 2, Haley's Cyber Cafe and Dino Thunder. Number 1, Ernie's Juice Bar from Mighty Morphin. Lastly, Joe and DJ. What are your initial reactions to the reveal of the 2017 Sentai Q-Danger? Definitely plural, being that it will bring quite a large beginning cast of Rangers. Thoughts on possible future Saban adaptation? Thanks for reading through my long comment, fellas. Thank you for your comment, Derek. And much love and God bless as always. And back to you, man. Joe's not here, but like I said, I'm excited for Q-Danger.
Same. I really want that space season. I really want that space season.
It legit looks so good. Like I'm excited for it, and I can't wait for it to, number 1, air, and number 2, get adapted, because it just looks and feels great. I mean, it's a good Sentai series.
There's also the possibility, like with that as a premise, we could, I doubt they'll do this, but we could have a season that takes place on another planet. Like we've had alien rangers, but they always come here to Earth, and they say, oh, they do some stuff over there. We could just start over there.
And especially with Sentai, I mean, I feel like they aren't afraid to take it there.
Yeah.
I mean, we tend to ground our stuff, and again, we love our Power Rangers, but Sentai is such a different feel, as you all pretty much know.
Yeah.
So that's going to do it for us. That is our Christmas special. Here comes Hexamas. Steven, tell them where they can find you.
You can find me on Twitter, Instagram at Steven Zurita. Same with Tumblr. And then on Facebook, I'm facebook.com/hyperdrivepics, and that's PICS.
Perfect, man.
Pics.
Just want to thank you again for joining us, dude. You know it's not going to be the last time, dude.
Oh, I'll be back. Yes.
So thank you guys for joining us. I'm DJ. This is Steven. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with everything trending in geek pop culture.